Hi there, hope you're doing well. As you can tell by this huge box sitting in front of me, it's time for another mail day. And here's just my hand size for reference. This box truly is chunky. It's been stuck at customs for like a month. I even had to pay over 1,000 euros of import costs on it, so you already know there's gonna be some fire inside. I think to make things easier, I'm just gonna unbox it off camera, and I'll be back with everything that's in here in just a minute. See you then. Alright, we're back. I had to do a lot of unboxing, I had to deal with a lot of tape, but I had a great time. Let's start right away with this web series pack from 2001. For those who don't know, this is a Japanese exclusive set that you could only obtain by purchasing it on the Pokémon Center online website. And as you might expect back then in 2001, buying things online was actually not very common, so this set is really hard to find these days. And they even made a big deal about it by calling it a web series. And as you might be able to tell, these packs are transparent, so you can actually see which holo you're gonna get if you shuffle the cards around a bit. And in this case, we're able to tell that this card is gonna be a Dark Venusaur by looking at the artist, looking at the color of the card, and most importantly the set number. That's number 41 of 48. And just to make sure that I remember, I'm gonna put it in a little Dark Venusaur sleeve. And that's actually not everything. I got a couple more. I have this Machamp pack. Really love this Machamp because it's illustrated by Komiya, one of my favorite artists. We have another one of those. We have a Moltres pack. And we have a Zapdos pack. Of course, the biggest chased cards in this set are going to be the Masaki Gengar reprint and also the Team Rocket Dark Charizard holo reprint. Unfortunately, none in here, but still great packs regardless. In my opinion, these packs are a great buy for anywhere under $1,000 right now. They're super old, really hard to find. They're gonna hold their value really well. And even besides the holos, there are some great cards to get in here. For example, there's a reprint of the Tamamushi University Magikarp trophy cards. That artwork can also be obtained in the web series packs. And that's the only way besides getting the actual trophy card, which is extremely expensive. And there are some other nice ones, for example the Dragonite, and a lot more. Pretty much any card in these web series packs is going to be great. And since Japanese printing quality is so high, most cards in these packs are actually going to be gem mint, as opposed to English. So you might be able to tell these cards are looking really great. If there are any issues, it's usually going to be centering, but even then, centering is looking really nice. So if I were to open these have a very strong chance of all going for a 10 or at least a 9, but I'm gonna keep these sealed for the sealed collection, and I actually might sell a few in the future. Next, we have more packs. We have a big stack of Wind from the Sea promo packs. You could get these in McDonald's for a very limited time in Japan only, so another Japanese exclusive pack. There's some really cool artworks in here, most notably the Sunset Mew cards that you might know. There's really a lot of these. I think I have 14 right now. Also might sell a couple of my extras of these, but in my opinion these were a bit undervalued when I saw them, and I just scooped them up. Anything Japanese exclusive is a great buy in my opinion. And then we have one more sealed item. We have this Lucario VS deck, which is also Japanese exclusive, contains a lot of Japanese exclusive cards, but if you look closely, you can see that it's actually damaged. And this was actually not very nice to see while unboxing. I actually purchased this, and when I looked at the photo, it looked nice, it looked fine. There was no damage visible, but right now it's clearly damaged. So that's kind of an L, but I'll take it. It's fine. Just gotta move on. And regardless of the damage, it's not gonna be worth as much sealed, but the cards inside are looking fine, and the cards inside are actually really good. Besides the Lucario holo, there's also a Rodas Mew holo, done by Midori Harada, which is a very popular artwork. And yeah, this deck was also kind of underpriced, so it's not that bad to be honest. I'll grab a lot of I'll grab a bit of other stuff and I'll be right back. Alright, now it's time for some cards. First of all, I have this Card-Ass 1997, if I'm not mistaken, checklist card, which shows some incredible art by the Godfather Ken Sugimori. As you can tell, there are the 3 starters and then red and blue on the bottom. Truly an iconic artwork. Let's check condition. So I think this is actually pretty nice, considering most of these you will find will be damaged. You can see there's a bit of whitening around the edges, but there seem to be no creases at all. And the condition is still pretty good. The front was looking particularly nice. I'm trying to show it through the top loader. So I'm definitely gonna get this graded. Of course I shouldn't expect a 10, but it might get a 7 or an 8 or something, if I'm lucky. And I think this is a good card to buy regardless of condition. Truly amazing. Next up we have a couple of vending series cards. So let's just go through them. These all seem to be in pretty nice condition. They looked like they were freshly peeled. We have all of these goofy looking extra rule cards. Let's just show condition of a random one. This one doesn't seem to be as perfect. I see a little thing at the top right there. A little bit of whitening, but still very nice. Let's do another one. It's looking pretty good. It's not very easy to tell whether there is whitening because of the light color of the background. With the blue edges in English cards, it's a bit easier to tell. But in general, these seem to be really good. Some more of them. Some Iwakuni cards. The background on these is really amazing. And then we have 2 Oyama's Pikachus. This art is truly phenomenal. I already checked condition on these. They're not gonna get a 10, but they're still pretty nice. One of them is probably like PSA 5 condition. One of them might get an 8 or a 9. But yeah, one of my favorite cards. Truly home run artwork. Next up we have some VS Movie Deck cards. These were in a really great condition, but they were super cheap. Japanese exclusive, and they're getting pretty old. They're from like 2005, so Japanese exclusive artworks from 2005 are always a good buy in my opinion, especially when they're cheap. Let's just take a look at these. Got a Phanpy, a Pidgeot, a Swellow. Next little stack. We got a Weavile, Fortress, Kirlia by Arita. We got an Aipom. Next up we have a Plusle, Surskit, Torkoal, Ashes Torkoal. We have a Blastoise and we have a Metagross. So yeah, all of these cards only came out in Japan. Still super cheap. Also a great purchase in my opinion. Definitely get these if you see them because they're beautiful. Now we're gonna get into some more special stuff. First of all, we have these Fan Club Pokemon postcards that are also getting pretty hard to find. First we have this one with beautiful artwork by Atsuko Nishida. Let's appreciate that for a second. Next we have this Kizuki postcard, also a very popular one. Let's get a little zoom going. Really interesting art style. Love this one. And last but not least, we have this beauty by Komiya himself. There's actually a Charizard included right here. I think that might be the only Komiya Charizard we ever got. Well, I'm saying we, but only Japan got it, because these are also Japanese exclusive. You might be able to tell there's a little theme going on right here. I'm trying to go mainly for Japanese exclusive stuff at the moment. And yeah, these usually had an address written on the back. It's actually very difficult to find them without the address, and Japanese sellers will usually do something to obscure the address so that you cannot read it, for their privacy probably. So that makes it a bit less beautiful, but I'm mainly going to be looking at the front, so I don't really mind. And this one was actually in amazing condition, besides the address right there. There were no creases, there seemed to be no scratches, and I cannot see any edge wear at the moment, but I'm going to do a bit of a closer inspection later. And yeah, this is probably the best one of these fan club postcards there is. Probably my favorite. What an artwork. Great. So next we have some more obscure merchandise. We have these Pokemon Center 2004 Rayquaza badges. Honestly, I have no idea whether there's a market for these. I might end up selling them because I'm not really a badge collector. But yeah, I mean, vintage Pokemon Center Japan product from 2004 with a very popular Pokemon on it. And it was cheap. I mean, come on, I have to buy that. And next up we have some more badges. I actually like these a lot more. These are from the Pokelit campaign, where there are different artworks for different cities. And I'm not sure which city this was, but there are the Kanto starters and a Mew. And actually you have the postcard versions as well. We have Venusaur with Mew in the background. Pretty cool detail. We have Charizard with Mew in the background. And then we have Blastoise with Mew in the background. And then Mew himself. So these are really beautiful, really cute in my opinion. Let's look at some more postcards, because I'm in a postcard mood now. First we have some random loose ones that I got in a lot. This Tommy postcard, does it say year? No, I'm not sure, but it looks pretty vintage. Another one of those. Pocket Monsters. These are really beautiful. These were actually included in one of the fan club magazines. I think number 11 if I'm not mistaken. But I'd have to check that. This artwork is by Kimura. This is by Kusube. And then there's actually a third one, which is not included in this lot, but I do have the complete set. Here's a beautiful Keiko Fukuyama postcard from the 1998 B set. This is a Japan post office postcard set. It has different postcards showing all of the Pokemon included on this front artwork. So it has a separate Bulbasaur postcard, a separate Charmander postcard, and so on. And together they form this complete artwork. Also pretty cute. I think these are from 1999. Then we have this really old and really rare 1999 New Year's postcard. I'm actually not sure who the artist on this is. The art style is not very recognizable to me, but I also know that Himeno actually did a couple of postcards in a similar set, but this doesn't seem to be Himeno. Yeah, actually don't have a lot more to say about this. They seem to be distributed in Lawson stores. This particular one is definitely not my favorite, but there are some really cool ones in this set, actually. Might have to do a video on those one day. We have some more Keiko Fukuyama sets. Really my favorite postcards, to be honest. They're just so cute, so beautiful. The hand-drawn art style really takes me back to the early 2000s or late 90s. And yeah, I have all of these available on my eBay store. Truly amazing items. Let's just do a little bit of artwork appreciation. More of this set. I actually have quite a few of this set. And then we have this one we already saw. All of these little packets I'm showing include more postcards than the one on the front. In here there are 4 Fukuyama postcards. In here there are 3. They have these little sets. How many are there? There's like 2 from 1998, 2 from 1999, and 2 from the year 2000. And completing the set is actually really, really fun. So I recommend going for these if you haven't already. Let's look at some more postcards. We got these DX postcards. Gonna open this up so that you can see all of them. Oh, by the way, I actually have a video on my channel going through the whole set of these Keiko Fukuyama postcards. If you're interested, then you can see all of them, which is why I'm not going through all of them right now. But I did not have a video showcasing these, so let's go through these. Really nice art style. Love it. Cubone and Pelipper. We've got Charmander, Bulbasaur, and more Pelipper. These seem to be from 2020, so they're pretty new. but I love the art style. Really cute. I wonder who did these. The art is amazing. More postcards. We have these bundles of Jirachi lenticular 3D postcards. Not sure if you can tell, but it's like a lenticular effect on these. I'm pretty sure these postcards were distributed by handing them out to people going to watch the Jirachi movie in 2003, because the back says, "Thank you for enjoying Pikachu the movie." And I was lucky enough to find bundles of 10 of these, so I bought 2 bundles. I have 20 of these in total. I'm pretty sure you won't see as many of these appear at once on the market anytime soon, because if they were distributed in a cinema, people probably never got that many of these. I'm pretty sure I bought these bundles from probably a former employee of some type of cinema that had a lot of these laying at home. And yeah, I think it's a pretty lucky purchase actually. We're not done with the postcards. We have one more set, and that is this beautiful gallery collection set from 2014. I'm not gonna open this, I'm gonna keep it sealed, but there are 10 incredible Ken Sugimori artworks inside. They are shown right here, especially the first one on the top left corner with the Shining Charizards is really popular, but the other ones are beautiful as well. Also have this set sealed, available on my eBay store if you're interested. Next up we have this weird little book. I actually didn't know what this was, but I picked it up out of curiosity. It came in a bundle with a couple other items, and inside there seems to be a lot of information about the old Pokemon anime. And I even found some interesting pages that show some sketches from the animation process. Some really interesting stuff in there. Let's have a little zoom. This might be artwork by Sayuri Ishishi. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but she's one of the leading artwork artists in the Pokemon animation team. And yeah, it's really interesting to look at. It's a really interesting book. Glad I got this. Might try to translate all of this one day. Another thing I got was this little plastic plate. I'm not sure what it's called or what its use is, but it's a little funny newspaper type of thing. I'm gonna read all of that text later. You can try to read it all. I'm gonna zoom in for you. There's probably a lot of bad Japanese English in here. Let's read some of it. Satoshi and Pikachu were attacked by Oni Suzume, caught in a tight corner. Satoshi stood up bravely and faced the Oni Suzume, I'm not sure what that is, to protect Pikachu. Untamed Pikachu then recognized Satoshi as his trusty master, and gave a lightning bolt to Oni Suzume and knocked him out. That's pretty interesting. And there's more in the back. So for those who don't know, Satoshi is the Japanese name of Ash, named after Satoshi Tajiri, the creator of Pokemon. Next we have this really cool book, also by Keiko Fukuyama, who you might recognize from the postcards. Let me grab them for a second. So all of these postcards I showed are done by the same artists that made this book. And yeah, this book is truly amazing. For people who love those postcards and want more of the art, I really recommend trying to find this book. I actually have another copy available on my eBay store as well. And the art inside is just phenomenal. Really vintage, hand-drawn art style. So if you enjoyed that, really recommend getting this. I'm not gonna spoil everything, but it's really cute and really beautiful. Next up, we have something a bit special. A bit of a lucky find. I have this old vintage binder from the Japanese Unseen Forces set. The Japanese name escapes me for a moment. I think this is art by Fukuda, but I might be wrong. But it's the same artwork as on the front of the Japanese booster packs of this set. And this is truly amazing. The back actually shows some different art. Let me try to flip it for a second. the Johto starters. Yeah, this is truly amazing. What year is this from? It's from 2005. So really old. I found this super cheap, I think under $100, probably like around 50 or something. And yeah, that was a great purchase in my opinion. Really amazing artwork. We're already at the final item of this unboxing, and I have 3 cardboard tubes in front of me. These contain vintage Pokemon posters, but they're a bit too big to show on camera right here, and I honestly couldn't be bothered, but I'll probably just try to show pictures on screen. And yeah, I'm actually gonna attempt to kinda show one of them. They're all vintage Pokemon movie posters with artwork by Midori Harada, and they show maps of the old Pokemon regions, like the Kanto region, the Johto region, and the Hoenn region. This is one with the Johto region. And they also show like locations of Pokemon. You have Charizard right there. And most interestingly, they show you the locations of the old Pokemon movies. So this is where supposedly the 4th Pokemon movie with Celebi took place. This is where the movie with Entei took place, right next to Goldenrod City. And then at the bottom right here, you have the island Alto Mare, where the 5th Pokemon movie with Latios and Latias took place. So these details are really interesting in my opinion. Really cool posters, that's why I had to get them. Also, with all of those recent signing events Harada did, I'm wondering if I can ever get one of these signed. That would be amazing. There would also be a lot of space for a cool sketch. So yeah, kind of hoping for that. So yeah, that's it for this opening. We looked at all of the items. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and have a nice day. See you later. Bye.